So I'm visiting with Maggie Loveday, my daughter here. And we've been talking yesterday and today, this morning, about some of the topics of interest in our lives. And the yellow buffalo tapes, survival tapes, these survival tapes. This is short little narratives about some of the things we're working towards in order to survive some possible upcoming events that may impact humanity and the planet. So, you know, one of those challenges is to be able to pass on some information to some of the younger people that come along, and that we're born into the role. You know, it's like you don't like wake up one day and say, "Hey, I think I'm going to be a medicine man," or I think I'm going to be a granny and start learning to be a midwife. You know, and you know, medicine woman. You're born into it and you live it. You know, from the very start. And so, you know, it's like, to me, one of the issues that we have is that, you know, through the acculturalization and assimilation and so forth, you know, that tribal culture, tribal spirituality is like devil worship, and the Christians want everybody's just like, forget your culture and act like white people and you're good. You know, and so these young people that come along, it's like they have these gifts, you know, and they're like born to be of service to the people and in a spiritual way and so forth, but they don't have any way to learn and be able to utilize this gift, and through that frustration, sometimes they get into drugs and alcohol, which is what I did. You know, I was like, I don't know what to do with this stuff, but you know, when I'm drunk, it don't matter, it's gone, you know. And so that was like, you know, it was like, I worked for a little bit, but you know, it's like you either do it or you die, you know, at some point you make that choice. And, you know, so there's, you know, young people that commit suicide as a way to like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just out of here. And so, you know, the Yellow Buffalo survival tapes is in part about connecting young people. You know, I didn't have anybody to go to. I really had to like do my own search in order to make sense of my reality. But you know, the normal thing is that you could go to a teacher, and a teacher will teach you. And you know, but if all the, you know, these people have been, you know, turned into deacons in the church or whatever, and I don't know what your dream means, you know, or whatever, then they don't have anybody to go to. So it's like, you know, we need to, you know, jumpstart this process so that we're able to use this information. And that's one of the motivations behind the Yellow Buffalo survival tapes. So Maggie grew up in a household where, you know, from day one, she was in a household where she was living with her father, a Cherokee medicine man, and then she would be hanging out with other kids and having these conversations, and you know, they have no idea what she's talking about. So, you know, trying to like bridge somewhat between her household reality and here's the rest of the world that deals with, you know, flat screen TVs now, you know. We went from the flat earth theory to flat screen TVs, and that's a lot of people's reality, and her reality is like 3D and, you know, whatever. So it's like, you know, she's got her viewpoints.
So one of the conversations that I got to have the other day with one of my friends was the appropriation of Native American culture into festivals, and how it upset me. Because from his point of view, he'd never been in a Native American culture, like bring up, or hadn't really been around it besides, going, like visiting a reservation and just kind of going through the tourism kitschy stuff. And so he was like, well, what is your standpoint on, people wearing headdresses and stuff like that at festivals? And I kind of laughed because you don't get that question very often, especially being someone who's raised in a Native American culture. And I told him about how, headdresses aren't something that you go and buy from a party store and then you paint neon colors in order to get your spiritual experience. And go out and a headdress is earned, and it's a part of a culture that is misunderstood and misrepresented in several different ways. And so I was telling him that it doesn't bother me that people want to have that type of spirituality. It bothers me the way that they go about it, because they don't do it in the way that is the red road per se, and that the drugs and the alcohol and the hallucinogenics will help you find some part of yourself, but it's not the spiritual part of you, it's the drug part of you. You're not finding true spiritualism. And going out and dancing and music is a part of finding spirituality, but that music is not meant to be about finding your true spirituality and your true self. It's more of escaping your reality. And I think that's what upsets me, is that they're trying to appropriate this spirituality and this ideal to find themselves, when really they're escaping from their reality and not facing their true selves, which would in the end benefit them better than escaping or whatever.
Yeah, this young man emailed me from England, and this is like 15 years ago or more, but he'd been going to raves and dancing with whatever influences he might have had at the time. And so he's writing me saying, I had this very spiritual experience, and I need to be able to understand it better, and so he was asking, could I come and visit, and through this visit maybe get some understanding, and I'm kind of like looking at this email like, do what? It's like, this is like, we're going to have to do a whole lot of bridging now. So like, get from whatever his experience was to this question of identity, because, these costumes are derived from something symbolic in this person's identity. This person's reality is like, so they have these aspects of what they're going to be wearing during a festival or celebration that, if you know the symbolism and you're looking at them, they were in battle and survived wound and supposedly killed like 12 guys or whatever, county coup or something. But you can look at it and see the number from the symbols, and then and there's another battle and another battle, and this is the history of this guy as a warrior, defending the people, and, putting his life on the line, and then you can watch a movie video of somebody like Cher that's like, I think she was one of the first ones to
wear
really start to wear these costumes, and it's like a decorative, it's like makeup, and this thing, and there is no connection with identity. It's all about show business, and you know, so we're like concerned about, you know, is this like going to represent to people, you know, that all of these things. I mean, this guy survived some stuff in order to earn his feathers, and then people are going to just look at it like it's a decorative element and romanticize the Native American reality. And it's like, whoa, man, you just like, you know, took this very important aspect of our culture and just reduced it down to like, you know, there'll be $112.59. You know? It's like, we can just go and buy this stuff, man. It's not about the commercialization of Native American culture. And so that's one of the reasons we get angry.